Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back. As you can see by the title, today the mod is installation of the RCI skid plates. If you remember, I purchased a full set of plates a couple months back, but then, transmission issue and all that crap, so just didn't have a time to install it. And you also know I love to have you with me step by step, but with this project I was not able to do that. Reason is I was working on a car by myself, and these steel plates are extremely heavy. I just could not have a camera underneath to manipulate like 80 something pound plates above me, balancing on two car jacks, floor jacks, messing with a screw. Yeah, it was just not possible to film. So I'm gonna give you next best thing, which is take you underneath the car and show you plates already installed, and I'm gonna tell you how I did it and the best way to do it. First, we're gonna start from the plates that you need to remove to do this installation. Starting from the front, this is your filler plate, and you guys know the OEM Lexus one is just a plastic piece. One that we're gonna replace, we replaced that one with, is steel. This is your engine skid plate, and this is your transmission skid plate. So these plates I installed, plus I installed the transfer case skid plate. See how tight the space is? I mean, I have a car on the stands and the jacks, and still, now imagine riding those floor jacks underneath, balancing these steel plates above your head and doing the camera crap. It just didn't work for me. So anyway, starting from the front, this is your filler plate that replaces the plastic one. Very easy. You're gonna use your Lexus OEM bolts to connect it to the bumper, and this one is provided by RCI. In my case, these bolts will connect your filler plate with your engine skid plate. Very simple, not much else to explain. Now this is the biggie. This is your engine skid plate, and as you can see, it's huge. As I already showed you, attaches to the front, and it will attach right here. Very self-explanatory, just with the two bolts. And then transmission plate, that's when it gets a little bit tricky. Basically slides on the top of your engine skid plate, as you can see by the angle. So for that, you have to manipulate two floor jacks, unless you have a couple good buddies that will give you a hand. But if you're doing it yourself, it can be a little bit iffy. So sliding all the way down, this is when you're gonna have the back end of your transmission plate. And if you continue with the installation of the plates, what you need to know, that your transfer case plate gonna go on the top of your transmission skid plate, but it's gonna go underneath these silver spacers that I'm gonna show you in a little bit. That's important thing to not mess up. So sliding some more. Let me take you to that spot when I can show you those spacers I was talking about. I see them right there, these silver pieces. So some people, before I continue with that, some people remove this arm. I don't know why. The fitment is fine unless the arm is bashed and they can't put it kind of straight together. but in my case arm was fine. So kept a support arm, and then comes the silver spacer, then comes your transfer case plate on the top of your transmission plate, and then you use the same double bolts as you can see here to connect all together. Now for a support arm, you're gonna have a hole. Let me grab a light, maybe you guys can see better. You're gonna have a hole there, as you can see, the silver bolt. That's when you put this control arm. Of course, you see the little slot, so it is adjustable. One thing that you need to know when you installing so that your plate clears your exhaust. That's important because you do not want anything to rattle while you're driving. As you can see, well, maybe not from that angle, maybe from this angle, how my clears the plate, the exhaust. So that's important thing to know. And one more thing to tell, as you can see there, that bolt with those lines, you have to remove the bolt, and you're not going to use the OEM one because it's too short. You're going to use the longer one provided by RCI. The cross member bar, you're going to slide behind those lines. Be careful, don't rip those lines. Also adjustable. Basically what I did, put the bolts in and let the cross member sag down, and that would give you enough clearance to clear the exhaust. Tie those bolts up and all set. So this project wasn't technically complicated, but was physically extremely demanding. Just me showing you guys, and crawling down, you see how I lose the breath, because it's not much room unless you have a lift or you have two buddies that would actually slide on the side, hold that plate while you messing with them bolts. And on top of that, I have another person with the camera to record the whole thing. There is a couple videos you guys can find on the YouTube, step-by-step installation, but usually those aluminum plates, which are probably half the weight of the steel ones. So that's the mod. I still gonna install the A-arm skid plate, which it's right there. That's gonna be easy. I think I'm gonna have you with me to do that. And last skid plate is gonna be differential. And then I do have a gas tank skid plate, which is humongous, probably over 100 some pounds. So probably gonna have you just review it with me instead of step by step. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and see you in a few days when I do install those A-arm skid plates. Till then, be safe and bye bye.